Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so that potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make an informed buying decision. If you would like to learn more about this business, including details like what type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included with the business, simply visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business's listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and in the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. First up, let's learn a little bit about you. Can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
When I started, I did not have a lot of experience building online businesses. This was my first business ever, and I was just between jobs and I was traveling and I wanted to make some money. And honestly, when I launched it and started running ads, it just kind of took off, and it was kind of easy first business for me because there was just so much demand for what I was selling, which is great news. And honestly, I just kind of kept doing what I knew I needed to do. I was taking mentorships just to kind of keep growing the company. And yeah, it was a good business that is very self-sufficient, that just runs as I needed it to without needing a very high level skill set, I would say.
Why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
The main reason I'm selling it is because it was a good first business. It's just not the business that I personally feel passionate about anymore. And then two, I'm going back to working full time in a job, so I don't have time to run this. It was kind of like a fun project that could be someone's business that really has a passion for shelter animals. Not that I don't love shelter animals, obviously, but someone who really just wants to make this their life work. I think this is a great business for them, especially if they have a higher level skill set than I do as far as running a business. So mainly I'm selling it because I want to go back to my job and work that job. Plus I got engaged and I want to work with my fiance and his business as well. So two reasons. I would say that A, it's outgrown my skill set, and B, I just want to work on something that I'm passionate about. And I wouldn't say that this is the business that I'm passionate about.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
In the beginning, I definitely put a lot of work in as far as building systems, getting the right people in place, like video editors, customer support, fulfillment team, 3PLs. But once all that was done, and I felt like I had a really good understanding of our avatar and who we're selling to, and the 3PL was set up, I found the suppliers. I don't really do much. I would say 20 hours is honestly a stretch. I just basically once a week go through, look at what ads are working, manage any ads that I need to, tell our video editors what 7 videos I need for the week. They do it by Friday, I review it, it's ready by Sunday, and then I launch on Monday. So I would say 20 hours is definitely a stretch. That's more if like I want to do a sale, like it's pet celebration week, so we have a big sale this week. Then I'll talk to the email agency and say, hey, here's what we're doing. And then I may edit the website a little bit, but honestly, the girl who manages the customer support side of things can edit the site if I need her to. So I would say 20 hours is a stretch, but mainly if you're going to do exactly what I'm doing, it's just ad strategy or creative strategy and creative management. That's pretty much it.
So if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways you would try to grow it?
We have a new item being launched, and I think we're definitely the best way to expand. Like if I wasn't selling and I wanted to expand, I'm already working on this, but launching a new item that has the same offer but kind of has a twist on it that feels a little bit more personal is definitely the way to go because people have been asking for it and I've just finally gotten around to doing it. Definitely a new product launch. We've also only ever run Meta ads. We had a few Google ads, but that was just to outcompete someone trying to use our name on Google ads. So Google ads is one. Meta ads, have never run TikTok ads. So only Meta ads because that's all I know. I know that's one. Another one was podcasting. So I played around a little bit where there were a few podcasts that I really liked and we had an ROI on it, but it wasn't anything substantial. But I think that's definitely a way to go. YouTube ads would kill with this. So I think new ad channels, but also a new product that I'm pretty much gone to fruition. Now it's just about testing. I've already tested on the email list and it did great. So now it's just about running ads. And then the other one would be hiring someone who knows more about e-commerce creative strategy than I do. So that's exactly how I would grow it.
Right. And what would you say are the biggest risks with this business that buyers should be aware of?
As far as legally, it was my first business, so I was really nervous about getting in trouble legally. I checked all the boxes as far as like getting it made, setting up as an S corp, made sure all the taxes were paid, all the sales taxes paid on time. So legally, I really don't see an issue. It's also not a product that someone's likely to sue for. So legally, I don't see a huge risk. I would say risk as far as the business not making money, just neglect of the ads and way people are getting traffic to the business. So if you're going to neglect the ad creative strategy, yeah, it's definitely going to suffer, but that's true with any business. Particularly with the business model, e-commerce, you run into, so like when we get supplies or the items made, we have someone go in and QC everything. But maybe if you didn't do that, that could be an issue because then you're sending out a bunch of products that aren't good and then your customers get mad and charge back. We have a very, very low chargeback rate just based on the nature of the product. So honestly, I don't really see too many biggest risks as long as you know what you're doing. And I'm assuming if you're buying a business, you likely know what you're doing in e-commerce.
How much support are you willing to offer the buyer who acquires this business?
I'm always down to answer any questions you have, any kind of help. Honestly, like I don't really foresee much support because anything that really needs to get done, especially day to day, is already taken care of via employees or agencies. But support, yeah, I'm always here. The only thing is I do work pretty much like 50 hours a week on my current job. So I'm not just like a phone call away, but you can always text me. I'm definitely here to answer any questions. The team that you're going to have, they're all very, very on top of it and are totally willing to offer any help you need. But I'm here to help you as long as you need. I just can't do any work on the business once we sell it because I have to focus on the job that I'm doing now.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earn-out agreement?
Honestly, no, because I think we could find someone who's just willing to buy it and just completely make it their own. And my biggest concern here is time, right? So it's like, I'd rather just sell it and get it off of my hands and give it to someone who's really going to make it something great so that I can focus on the business I'm currently working on. So no, I'm not interested in earn-out pay structure.
Okay, final question. If you had to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why is your business a business worth buying?
This business is definitely worth buying because at the very least, it's self-sufficient. It doesn't take much time and it's passive revenue. And two, let's say I'm a buyer and I have a business that's already in this niche and I just want to acquire more customers very quickly. I have an email list of 40,000 people, most of which have already bought from us. So it's a list of people who are proven to buy and are just waiting to be sold something else. So it's a good way to acquire customers. And three, if you are passionate about what this business does for the world and you really want to just make this like a passion project that makes you a lot of money, then this is a great business, especially if you have a skill set that's better than mine. I don't really have the interest in putting a lot of skill set or time into learning this particular business just because I have other things on my plate. But someone who just has a higher skill set, whether that's with creative strategy, product development, customer acquisition, you could make this an absolute nest egg. It's just that I don't have the time or the skill set to do that. So someone who does, this is definitely a worthwhile position.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this business is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll find everything you need to know about this business. So, thanks for joining us. See you next time.